I mean, it is, yes, hey, hey, from Moana is similar. I'm gonna take that hit. It just is.
I didn't say
But
that.
I see them as two
Yeah.
actually distinctly different people, surprisingly.
Save this planet. Create the world that we were promised as sanctuary borns.
The world that was can become the world that will be.
Hey, Terrell.
Hey, Alan, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm doing good.
Well, Terrell with
Great.
the Culture Collective. I want to appreciate you for taking the time to do this interview with me today. I know you're
My
busy.
pleasure, man. My pleasure. My
uh,
pleasure.
let's start off by asking. Look, I've been asking everybody on the cast this question. I figure I'll throw you in on this one too.
Okay.
How's it feel to put this chapter to a close with Cadmus, the most despicable villain of all time?
He's not despicable. He's a good you know, when when you act a character that is a villain, let's say, you always have to find the place in your own performance where they don't see themselves as the villain, they see themselves usually as the hero and Cadmus is trying. He's trying his best. He's trying to save his species, which is a really a valiant, that's something to be commended. He's leading. Um, I just think he's off. It sounds like you see it too, and anyone who watches it will see it as well. That some of the choices he's made, his values are a little skewed. And as he goes through in season three, especially, you'll see as the road starts to narrow for him, and you know, reality sets in about the way things are going to go. I think he's still trying to make his best choices, and they even get better as he's on his way.
Yeah,
Let's say to his the end. I don't know. We don't know that that happens, but maybe it does.
like you said, I mean, it's all perspective, depending on where you come in on a person's story, how
Right.
you see it. You know what I mean? Like to him, it's we're on this alien planet. We got to preserve by any means possible, and that means making a few sacrifices. How you take it how you want,
Yeah.
with that. Um,
Yeah.
I do gotta ask, with of course, you notably don't have so much, doing so much voice work. What is something that you do to kind of, you know, uh, differentiate, like, or getting to the mindset of those characters to like give them that distinct feel from one from another, from with you being able to play so many animated characters?
Yeah, I guess each one is its own thing. So you just approach them like there are no other characters. You try to just go forward with what you have in front of you, and relying on your director and the creators to tell you what it is they're looking for, and just follow their lead. Um, with with Cadmus, he started out. It's funny. He starts out in season one as this hologram, and he's talking to a
Yeah.
child, and so a lot of that was about you. This is about how we're doing everything, and it's not only you're presenting, and the audience is hearing it from him, but it's also he's talking to a child, and he is this politician. He's like the head of the board of all humanity, basically, and so he has a way of talking that doesn't allow much in and doesn't give away much because he's hiding all of these things. And then as it goes on, all of that starts to fall away, and then you get to just be. And that's fun. That's a fun arc. That's fun to play. And how it, I mean, it is, yes, hey, hey, from Moana is similar. I'm gonna take that hit. It just is.
I didn't say
But
that.
I see them as two
Yeah.
actually distinctly different people, surprisingly.
Honestly, and I don't want to make it seem like because I'm doing this interview, but no, but you're definitely one of my favorite voice actors, one of my favorite actors, and one of the reasons why I say that is because I feel like you never stop moving. Like I feel like every time I turn something on, that's like that Alan, Alan. I was just like he's either got the best casting agent in the world, or he just knows how to grind. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's something where, you talk about job stability in this business. Picking up such a notable role as this, being a part of a great story such as this. And like I said, at this point, I'm not even surprised when I see a good project that your name is attached to it, because I already know it's going to be good.
Thanks, Terrell.
No, bro. What is something, like I said, that has kept you going, like as far as like acting, the voice acting, and obviously the work, but what's kept you like just level headed and to keep doing this for so long?
Well, John Lasseter, who is executive producing this, he was instrumental in my voice acting career in getting me started with Wreck-It Ralph at Disney, and before he came over to Skydance. And so a lot of the people that were over there at that time were really good directors and writers and animators and storytellers. And as life has gone on, people have gone to different places, and um, I made connections with all of these people. So when I get calls from these people, I'm just lucky, man. That's really what it is. I lucked out that the people who are on the other end of the call are from those early days, uh, where John and Lasseter, they were in the room back then, and so I'm saying yes to friends, and luckily they're just amazing artists, and I'm in their hands when it comes to doing something. So I have a good time.
Well, look, I'm glad you got such great friends. And then, look, I promise you, I had no idea you were gonna wear that shirt today when I put this on.
Look at that.
Like, I was like, okay, black was fine.
I was going to wear the black, but I went with brown. When brown, and mine are a little more clowny than yours. Yours are very. You look better. I mean, mine are.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well,
I'm going polka dotted.
I'll wrap with this final question. What is something that you want to say to the fans of WondLa and why they should be watching season 3?
Oh, this is it. This is season 3. It is I mean, you can feel the pace, in season 2. It was just ramping up, and it was just, it's really starting to. There's so many questions in the beginning. Why this? Why that? Where did she come from? How many of these sanctuaries are there? What is, and questions keep getting answered. And the more they get answered, the tighter the story becomes. So season 3, it all comes together. So you can't miss this one. Gotta check it out.
Wow, this is it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Alan. Again, I appreciate you for taking the time to do this interview with me today. Really appreciate you.
Thanks, Terrell. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ridiculous.